Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say hello and welcome to this very special edition. I am not going to be here for a long time tonight, so please talk a few folks as I give you this very important information because something big will happen on December the 15th. Mark the date. December the 15th. Tag in and invite a few friends to come on as I break this news to you. All right. Something big about to happen on December the 15th on Bridge Radio Africa. So I'm calling you to tag a friend and a family member as I say this very special piece to all of you. December the 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That will be 11 p.m. Liberian time. Something big will happen on Bridge Radio Africa. Please talk a few friends, and we'll come back to give you the info in just a little bit. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, December the 15th, we got something big coming up on Bridge Radio Africa. Very exclusive, and you will love it. So please talk a few friends. I will drop it in the next few minutes. So talk a few friends as we get ready to give you this breaking news that will happen on December the 15th on Bridge Radio Africa. Again, folks, December the 15th. In the next a few weeks, is that 1.5 weeks? On Bridge Radio Africa, something big is about to happen. Aaron Tukbat, Bala, how you doing? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing somebody to Bridge Radio Africa on December the 15th. This is a very, very powerful Liberian politician. This guy was the main guy who unseated George Weah. And this guy was the guy that, in fact, gave George Weah a red card on the just ended election in Liberia. And he is coming to Bridge Radio Africa December the 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That will be 11 p.m. local Liberian time. This guy is coming to Bridge Radio International. Now, this is not Bridge Radio Africa anymore. It's Bridge Radio International. And this brother, the most powerful Liberian politician, is coming to Bridge Radio International. This guy will break his silence on Bridge Radio International on December the 15th. Share the video, invite a few friends. I'm dropping his name in just a little bit. And I'd like to say hi to Aaron Tukpabala. How you all doing tonight? My brother from Asia. It's been a long time, my man. Otto, not Otto. No, my brother from Indiana. Otto Toddy Senior. What's up, my man? It's been a long time, my brother-in-law. Oh man, what's happening, man? I thought it's been a minute. My regards to Mrs. Clark, Dati, and the rest of the folks out there. Listen, man. December the 15th, we are bringing the most powerful Liberian politician to Bridgewater, Africa. You know, the downfall of George Weah started when this guy broke his silence on Bridgewater, Africa in 2020. And after this election, he has been very quiet, and people have been asking, where is this brother? Why is he so quiet? So he's breaking his silence. He decided to break his silence on Bridge Radio Africa. Hey, we got a little smaller with a market here. You know, other people that got big, big platform. We got something small. But for some reason, the people know that we are authentic. We don't mimic, anything. You got the voice, we got the platform, and this guy has decided to come to Bridge Radio Africa on December the 15th. In just a little bit, I'm going to drop his name. Jared Dugley, how are you, my brother? D. Wilson, Nonit, Eric Zilka, and the rest of the crew. Keep tuned. In just a little bit, I going to drop the name. Okay. Folks, if you just okay, it's time for some serious business. And as always, Father God, want to give you praise. Want to magnify your name. Blessed be your holy name forever. Father, for you said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. In the name of Jesus, we have given thanks. Well, some heard the name, some heard people talk about him. You've gotten the opportunity tonight to match the name, face, and voice. C'est tout quoi yege. Zebon pleu de la jaco, mais on Basi yon pleu. C'est comme lui a épelé. You wouldn't know muzo, and one ye mad double to dry. Are you adi wapo? You swam upon a zoo queer. He doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. Some call him the mastermind, the doctor of love, the medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of radio, Africa's media doobie-doo extraordinaire. I'm Ashford Garland. Welcome to the show. The last time I was in Liberia was in 2020. But by the grace of God, I will be in Liberia next month for the inauguration. I'd like to say hi to Caroline Smith. I also like to say hi to Alberta Tar, the Queen. Let us show hope that you guys are having fun tonight. And folks, I received a call today by the friend, a family member, and a brother. Ernest Kisi, how are you? And everyone has been asking, where is this guy? I mean, he was very vocal during the presidency of George Weah, but this guy was very instrumental in giving George Weah the red card. And he's coming to Bridge Radio Africa on December the 15th. I mean, he could have gone to other places, other media outlets, but he chose Bridge Radio Africa. And folks, please be informed that the most powerful Liberian politician is coming to British Radio International on December the 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Liberian Time. Very shortly, we're going to drop the name. Now, don't be selfish now. Invite a few friends, share the video, and in the comment section, just say, yeah, we're waiting for the name, okay? I'd like to say hi to Camilla Scott, and Sophie Johnson Mason is also here tonight. Jacob Daniels. It's been a long time. Mr. Benedict Killer. But man, what's up? Are you still in the Ohio area? Okay, my man. It's been a long time. And I also see the Mosan Moore is in their house. And uh, 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 we also like to say hi to Shem Sherman. Well, folks, George H.W. Pator is also here. And, folks, let me tell you something. Okay, some heard the name, some say, oh, Ashford. Listen, he has traveled extensively in Europe, America, and parts of Africa. He brings his talent and expertise to the shores of the United States, from Detroit to North Dakota, Philadelphia, and now with open arms, he comes to the twin cities of Minneapolis, Minnesota, Asheville, the giant Gully. Are you ready for the night? We have Gallo. Gallo is in the building. We'll also see Thomas Awaji. Keep talking, people, because we're about to break the news right now in just a little bit. Okay? Okay. Somebody just reminded me. Folks, the former chairman of CDC, George Solo, has been quiet. Now, George Solo breaks his silence on British Radio Africa on December the 15th. And every day we will remind you people that George Solo is coming. What does he have to say? What are his thoughts? What are his expectations for the new administration? George Solo is coming to British Radio Africa on December the 15th. I don't usually do show this late. I couldn't come out earlier because now we have to pay the bills. We're not like some of the other people who will sell the soul to the devil for small money. So and that's why when we speak fearlessly because we work hard. And growing up, I never saw my father asking my late mother to chip in on the rent and food money. So those attributes, live with us. And that's why the likes of Thomas Hawaji, Jacob Daniels, these guys will get up and go work hard. Because we are not accustomed to begging. We're not accustomed to blackmailing people. We are accustomed to working hard. So most times when you don't see us on the show, it means that we are pushing cartoon. We are on the farm to keep the roof over the heads of the family, and to put bread on the table. And that's what a real man's supposed to do. So besides our fresh love, which happens to be the microphone and radio, we also have bills. Real men work in America because you can't, as a man, you can't be, asking another man to do something for you because usually men who just ask other men for money all the time, the next thing you know, they will start sleeping with you. So you, as a real man, that the likes of Darlington Pelleman, my former boss, we know all we know how to do is to work hard because you a man and you gotta go sit to another man door to beg him for everything. The next thing he will tell you to turn your behind around. And that does not work. That does not work in the real world. Where you see in the real world, because like where we come from, I'm from Grand Judah County. You know, the last thing I would want to hear is another man asking me to turn around so he can sleep with me. No, come on, it doesn't work, and that's why we work so hard. And even for the last 6 years, we're still standing. Right, 6 years later, we're still standing because from day one we told you George Weah was good for nothing. He doesn't love Liberia. He doesn't care about Liberia. And at the end of the day, the Liberian people themselves gave this boy red card, one turn. And we are just looking to see what the new government would do. We gotta give it a slap. Wait till they take office and let us start seeing the appointment and things in government. They give it in the first 100 days. If they don't perform, we'll come right here. That's why we have never been in the pockets of the wicked people in Liberia, that the George Weah and his bunch of thieves. We have never been in the pockets of any politician, not even the elected people. When we made our decision to support Joseph Human Boyka, it's because he was a better alternative than the criminal George Weah. So December the 15th, George Solo is coming to British Radio Africa in an exclusive, very exclusive interview with Ashford Garley on British Radio Africa, British Radio International. Moses Camara, how you doing? Listen, some people just never had a real upbringing. You look at somebody who could be your grandfather, and all you do, you sit down and wish death on this old man when the man has not even taken office. I understand you had your differences with this man, but my brother, why wish death on people? You see, some of you that are wishing death on this old man, if you're not careful, you will even die before the old man. So stop this. This is not politics. I've never seen this kind of hate before. Okay? We had disagreement with George Weah for 6 years, but we never wished death on him. The Liberian people spoke out and said, George Weah, you're good for nothing. You don't mean well for the country. We are kicking you out. And that's what the people did. So stop wishing death on people. Okay? Stop it. The man is old enough to be your grandfather. Why? Why are you doing this? I mean, what kind of Liberia is this? So what does George Solo have to say to the Liberian people? He's going to be breaking his silence. With George Solo, is he going to tell us that this new administration would not see the Southeast or the Western counties? Would the new administration see Liberia and not just the selective group of people? Would the Nima people and the Grand Jita people come together? The war is over now. It's time for us to have one Liberia and not be segregative. No, that's not what we need for now. We want you people to lead and lead our country right. Stop the segregation. Stop the calling names. Whatever happened in the past, we need to let it go and take Liberia forward. Make Liberia your number one priority. Because when Liberia succeeds, we all will succeed. We need jobs. We need investors to come in our country. There is no time to be wishing death on people. Give the people a chance. Give them a chance. Like I said, I don't usually do show this late, but we had to go on the farm. I have a woman that likes that like good things, so I had to work hard. So, folks. like to say hi to Erinette Oman. How you doing, Erinette Oman? I also like to say hi to Vicky Sun. David Bowler is in the building. Jackson Nimley is also here. Gaben Cooper is here. Joe Manjala, I beg you, my man. You know, all we know how to do is work hard in this country. Our Siafat Moritz is here. Our Task Kanye is also here tonight. I see the Celia Williams Learn is here. And I also see uh Mo Mo DLY is in the building as well. Regina Chebio is also here. And folks, let us show you having a great time tonight. I am not going to be here for long because you know I got to get up early in the morning to go on the farm again because that's all we know to do. America keeps you busy, you know. And you know, George Weah was president for 6 years, and the Liberian people gave him a rare card. You know, I'm just sorry for some of the people that were in his government in the late 20s and early 30s. Now, what are they going to do? Listen, when you live in Minnesota and you're lazy, you better find another state to go to. Because when you get up in the morning, you don't see any of your friends. They're all going to work. If I don't work in a day, I don't know what to do myself because I love to be on the go. So those boys, you know, in America, you at age 15, you started working until you turn 65, right? Now, George Weah and his people were there for 6 years. 6 years later, they're out of job. What are they going to do? Remember now, if you did good for Liberia, Liberia will be there for you. But if you came and attempt to destroy or attempted to destroy Liberia, guess what? People who did that in the past, some of them died in the streets, and we saw them. When Charles Taylor was president, they just thought they owned the whole country. They just thought tomorrow was never going to come. Where is Charles Taylor today? Be careful how you treat Liberia. You see, Liberia has always been this Oppo Joe. You come, you sleep with Liberia, you treat Liberia any kind of way. Liberia has paid your school fees. Liberia is paying your mortgage. Eh? Liberia is paying your student loan. At the end of the day, we ain't got light, we ain't got water. The country is divided. You have to go through Africa to go to the southeast under this clown of a former president. Come on, man. You know, Liberia deserves better. Hassan Fariga, my brother, George Solo, the fearless, is coming to British Radio to break his silence for the first time since these elections. Something you don't want to miss on December the 15th on British Radio Africa. You know, I think I will start doing show late now because yeah, time they previously it's still up. Almost 12 minutes, you're still up time there. Wow. So you know, I think in the morning when I go do my hustle, in Hassan, you know, I go do a hustle, go do my hustle in the day. Then in the day after 11 to 12 midnight, just sit down and just talk about Liberia. You know, talk about my. I mean, you go to your own country, looking over your shoulder because bunch of ruthless thugs, gangsters, just feel they own the country, you know. But this gonna go as a warning sign that Mr. James, Wawa, and the rest of the crew, we are going to give you guys the chance. Not that you never led before, you led before, but the change that Liberia needs, we're hoping that you're bringing that change. We're hoping that you're bringing that change. Mr. George Parker, how you doing, my brother? How's Australia? Hope you're doing well tonight, this morning. Mr. Madison, come on, big brother. Somebody say, we should be remembered because he gave her the part. No, we are smelled a rat. He smelled a rat. And so what almost happened in Sierra Leone? The Liberian people are tired. I mean, this is the country where you see grown men, our friends, that never had the opportunity to leave the country. Today, they have been reduced to beggars. I mean, you see 14, 15-year-old girls now. They are the breadwinners in their home. Or God stayed in America for 45 years. He went to Liberia in March, and he was stopping at the Farmington Hotel. He said, Ashford, I saw this little girl, 11, 12 years old. She came with a piece of paper in her hand, and she gave me the paper. Abu Baby Tofo Fan, how you doing, my brother? And he said, Ashford, I was almost in tears when I went back to my hotel and opened up the little sheet that the little girl gave me. You don't want to miss what was on that sheet of paper. Or 11-year-old girl gave the man who is almost 70 years old, giving a piece of paper. You don't want to miss what was on that sheet of paper. Listen, when we come right back. So this old man, almost 70 years old, opened up the piece of paper. And on that piece of paper, they have an organization, like a little chain where they are giving our daughters, our grandchildren, selling them to people. Small ball, $150 Liberian dollar. Small girl, $150 Liberian dollar. Meaning you should have sex with those little kids in exchange for $150 Liberian dollars in Liberia. Where did nonsense coming from? Where a man should sleep with men. Now, when two grown men decide to sleep with each other, is understood. But a little child that is 11, 12 years old, a little boy, you're damaging that boy rectum for the rest of his life. A little girl that is 11 years old that have not seen anything, you are damaging her. Honor the man who has children, who has girl children. Hmm? And you're supposed to be president. George Weah only thinks about himself and nobody else. You heard the man clearly. The man said, I'm going to miss the big gathering. I'm going to miss the food and the pageantry. You know? And the likes of Jefferson Koji and Len Eugene Nangwe were trying to get this guy to steal the election. And George Weah knew better. He said no. George Weah said the people have the tally sheets. Where is your tally sheet? Where is your tally sheet? And I want to recognize my brother Mike Japete. You know, this brother went from village to village, from town to town, telling people about Joseph Human Boykai. Mark Jabatel is fearless also, like Joe Solo. These people, they're in Liberia. I met Mark Jabatel in 2020 I went for the Darius Dillon election. But we are coming. And we'll be depending on you. We'll be depending on you, the Liberians here in the diaspora. British Radio does not have money. But we'll speak the truth. They can't buy us. They tried. They tried. I said, but then how do I sleep at night? Take $10,000, $15,000, take $30,000 from George Weah and deceive the Liberian people? We said, no. Let me tell you, I was at the lowest in my life 2 years ago. People didn't know that, but few people that are close to me knew that. But we never compromised our integrity. We suck it in. You see what people think about you and the possibility for your dream is none of your business, folks. That's what the wise man said. The wise man went on to say, when people say no to you, don't take it personally. They are not saying no to you. They are saying no to themselves. They are saying no to living a bigger life. They are saying no to what is going on in their heads because they are suffering from possibility blindness. They know they are good for nothing. They are trifling. Don't let it get to you. He went further to say life is like an onion. You peel it one layer at a time, and sometimes you cry. When things go wrong, don't go with them. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Listen, man, when my late mother passed away in 2006, it took something out of me. When my best friend died in 2003, it took something out of me. When I went through divorce in 2021, it took something out of me. But don't keep repeating some of the things that happened to you. Because when you keep repeating these things, it means you want them to happen to you again. And 80% of the people don't care. The 20%, they're glad that it's happening to you. So shut up, suck it up, and move on. It's called life. Liberia is finally redeemed today from this boy. I mean, George Weah felt that he owned the country. I mean, for 6 years, this man flew private jet. Do you know how much it costs to rent a private jet for 1 hour? Anywhere from the tune of $2,000 to $15,000 an hour. George Weah flew private jet for 6 years in our country. 6 years later, just like that, the power is gone. No more power. No more power. You have the legs of Nimane PSC, and then when she was at the LPRC, this girl said if they brought any audit, she was going to go to jail because George Weah would just call and say, send me 500,000, send me 800,000, and she would just send the money. She went to Central Bank. These people are dishing out the Liberian people money that they own it. You hear me? The commerce minister, Mawani Dix, that girl is rich. She has homes in Detroit where she got there for Airbnb at the expense of Liberia. So George Weah, you made a lot of money when you play soccer. You squander your money because of mental instability. You regain your wealth at the expense of Liberia and the poor Liberian people, and this is what we get in return. George Weah is a very smart rogue. Most of his wealth will not be found in his name. I'm telling you. They will try to order him. But I wish them well. You know, some of the homes, you got people who never earn $100 a month in their entire life. All of a sudden, within 6 years, they got mansions. You hear me? In that country. A boycott and coon. Don't go after these people. We're not telling you to witch hunt people, but go and do a serious audit. Audit these buckers. Then they bring back what belongs to Liberia. 6 years later, the country is divided. To go to the southeast, you got to go to another country. You know what we're depending on? Let me tell you what they're depending on after this short musical break. Let me tell you what they're depending on. Well, folks, They were depending on, they said, when we win the election for the second time, then we can steal. Oh, we steal. So most of them out they had, they blew them out. Yeah, that's true. Washing car with champagne. Come on. People, look, listen, the new administration should put some things in place, man. Why are you giving people gas late for? They already got a car. Why are you giving them gas late? Everybody own damn gas, man. You know? You got to cut some of the thing down. So, folks, I'm going to leave you now. December the 15th, George Solo will break his silence on British Radio Africa. Stephen Johnson, how you doing? Abi Brayman, how you doing? Jefferson Francis Kulako Jr., how you doing? Nady Brayman, how you doing? Wellington S. Holder, Catherine George, James Wow. How you all doing tonight, folks? I'm telling you that's all the time I have to be with you. If I didn't mention your name, please don't hold it against me. Regina and Chibio and Justina Bestman. It's also your Tina Manning. I see the Octavius, Menjo, Sal Perry, Fred Famula, Meston Boyd, Alexander Ward, my own friend from a long time ago, Sheikh Fayad, and William Batu. Folks, I'm telling you, February King, that's all the time I have to be with you. But please look out on December the 15th when Joe Solo appears on British Radio Africa. Okay? Tough times, don't lie, tough people do. The heart of a man is never known until he rises. And let me tell you something. When there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. What people think about you and the possibility for your dream, it is not your business. Let them worry about it. Let them worry about it. And in life, don't go chasing success. Seek to become something of value and have somebody pay for it. We're going to Liberia. I am not going to look for a job. I don't want to be in the government. We are going to set the tone for British Radio Africa that will now become British Radio International so that our voices can continue to be heard. We will make good use of your money. Help support British Radio International as we go to Liberia for the inauguration. With that said, yours truly, he doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. And oh, my sister here, Liz, where's that? She said I was shooting. Okay, man. Jared Cephas, my brother, how you doing? My longtime professional colleague. So, folks, the medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of radio, Africa's media do extraordinaire. You wouldn't know Muzu, anyone you might double to Jirai, Adi Wapo. As for the giant garlic, have a good night.